book, Confronting Evil, I recount the deeds of the worst people in history, from Genghis Khan to Hitler, Mao, Putin, more. What does it take to face down the worst people who ever lived? Find out in Confronting Evil. Please order your copy today.
Paid for by St. Martin's Press.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/
Friday night, and your Coyotes are back on the road. Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, and online at ksvptv.com.
Sheriff, miss you. I hope you're listening, my brother, and enjoy the ball game. And just like that, it's going to be a touchdown for the Coyotes! Oh, touchdown! Right there, my man. That is for my man, Robert Johnson. Good.
Tonight, your Coyotes are back on the road, headed to Sanity to take on the Desert Warriors. Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Trans Aero Medevac, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Now, a word from our sponsor.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details, 2nd and Sycamore, and 1309 Southeast Main.
Are you ready to succeed? ENMUR's dedicated facilities and faculties provide an exceptional learning experience. From academic programs to behavioral sciences, business, health education, or technical education, ENMU Roswell offers a wide variety of certifications and degree programs designed to take your education and experience to the next level. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell, worth the journey. Roswell's hometown university.
Success starts here. ENMU Roswell.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Facebook and YouTube. Art Sandoval and Jeff Lynn. We're going to talk about Week 6 in New Mexico high school football. Special thanks to Tanner Todd, our producer this evening. Coach, good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
I'm great.
All right, man. Well, let's just talk about the big win last week over Deming. First of all, I can't believe this is already Week 6 of New Mexico high school football. But got the big win. I think Kelly and I talk about maybe it's us. Maybe we're the bad luck because we're getting a lot of delays in the last couple of years, but we're always kidding about that. But nonetheless, you did get the big win over Deming. What's your thoughts on that, Coach?
No, it was a good win. I told the boys after the game, it finally felt like Roswell Coyote football. That game finally felt like Roswell Coyote football. We have a way that we play here. When we get going, we typically have a lot of big plays. We're extremely physical, and we kind of overwhelm people. And I think that finally felt like Roswell Coyote football Friday night. I think we had 14 big plays over 15 yards. We ended up having, I think, 12 pancake blocks on the night. We had 3 or 4 big hits. I just felt like, it felt like the way we play. And that was the first time all year that I really felt that. So that's good. Coming off that Lovington game, we didn't feel so good about that. But, coming in after last week, felt really good about the way the boys played.
Total offense, what'd you have as far as numbers? Do you remember?
I remember we had 310 yards rushing, and we had about 150 passes. So we had about 450 yards of offense. The 309 yards rushing was the thing that we were missing. In the first 4 games, we really, we brought in our sophomore running back, Luis Rodriguez. He comes in and he rushes for 115 yards in his first varsity game, so that's good. That bodes well for the future and the present.
Right.
But we also had other kids run the ball really effective. We thought Rendon Duran played really well. We thought Logan Hoover ran the ball. And then when we run the ball like that, then the passing game opens up and we get some big plays there. So, again, it felt like Roswell Coyote football.
Talk about the defense a little bit. The defense of the Roswell Coyotes allowed 19 points throughout the game. I thought you were talking about the offense, but I thought the defense actually played pretty good as well, just allowing 19 points. Anything that kind of stands out to you defensively?
Well, we only gave up 13 points.
13, I'm sorry.
Because we had the kickoff return,
right,
which was disappointing. No, we gave up 13 points. I thought we played good, solid defense all night. But there was 2 drives that they kind of, coming out of the weather delay, they got the ball back and drove it down and scored. And then we went pretty well there for a little bit. And then they had another drive where we, and when people drive the ball on us, it's because we're missing tackles. It's not, our kids are in position, they're just missing tackles. And so spent a lot of time working on that this week, tracking the hip, coming to balance, all those coaching points that we make when we're tackling. Spent a lot of time on that this week because we've got to tackle better. And the other thing is, like, defensively, like, how many times the other night and against Lovington did we have Lovington and Deming in 3rd and long, 4th and long, and let them out? Those scrambling quarterbacks have really hurt us in long yardage situations. The 14 from Lovington and then the number 1 from Deming. That one drive we had a 3rd and 12 that they scored on. He got them out of. Then we got a pass interference on 3rd and 12, and then in 4th and 13, he scrambled out of there again and made a play. And so we've got to be better on 3rd down. But overall, I thought they played well. We got to tackle better, and we got to play better on 3rd down. If we can do those things, I think we'll be all right.
So week 6, and you've always said this from day one. You always want to improve on the daily basis, on the weekly basis, and so forth and so on. But do you feel, in your opinion, Coach, that you have are you where you want to be at this point in time? Week 6 of high school in New Mexico.
Yeah, I do. I think, again, we figured out some things last week against Deming. I think one of the big thing is bringing the sophomore running back up, Luis. I think that's really going to help our offense. And then, we've settled in on our defensive starters, and they're really playing well. So I think from this point on, you're going to see a different football team. I think we're going to play well tonight. I think we're going to play well the rest of our district play. So. I think we've kind of figured some things out. I like the way that group played, and hopefully we can build on that moving forward.
Well, sounds good. Let's go ahead and shift gears. Talking about tonight's game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the viewers, and also 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, as you may or may not know, the game has been changed from 7 o'clock to 6 p.m. due to potential weather. Of course, it's Friday night, so that could happen. And then also we also talked about trying to get teams back at a respectable hour. So, again, the game is at 6 p.m. tonight as opposed to the 7. So, again, we're going to try to get Roswell back here. And then, of course, I think I can say for me to say this as well. The game here in Roswell has also been changed from 7 to 6 o'clock. So, kind of the same different scenario here. So, all right, Coach, as far as Santa Teresa, the long trip, you're going to have back-to-back trips, Santa Teresa and then Gadsden. And, of course, that's next week. But as of tonight, Santa Teresa, what's your thoughts on Santa Teresa offensively, defensively? And how can the Roswell Coyotes be effective tonight?
Well, they're having a rough year. They're 0-5. and they were 0-5 this time last year as well. So they're kind of struggling. Coach Vieira is trying to rebuild that program, and but I do think they're better than they were last year. I really like their quarterback. I think that's Coach Vieira's son. They got a good little running back. They're more physical than they were last year. So, and basically what they do on offense is what we do. I mean, it's kind of, you kind of look at people and like everybody's kind of running the same stuff. And so they're a little bit different defensively. They're more of a 4-3 team than they are a 4-2-5 like we are. But offensively, it's the same thing. So we're kind of looking at the mirror image, kind of like what we did against last week against Deming. So we worked on Santa Teresa. We had a couple of team sessions, but we mainly worked against each other again this week and tried to go good on good and liven up our practice a little bit and really work on trying to get better this week. So, they're struggling. We need to get off the bus and we need to build on last week's game and get better, and hopefully we can do that tonight.
The Roswell Coyotes currently 3-2. Santa Teresa currently 0-4. Coach, I go out to your practices just about every day if I can. I think it's important for us to go out there and observe. And I'll just tell you what I am so impressed with is your enthusiasm, the way your coaches handle themselves, the way your players conduct themselves, and the way it is. It's just a family-oriented practice. It's organized, and the kids respond on the daily. And so my question to you is, Coach, my observation was practice went pretty well this week, but what is your opinion on practice?
No, I thought we had a good week of practice. And the other thing, I think our coaches do a really good job. Like, there's no standing around, and like our JV kids are not out there just to be tackling dummies for the varsity kids. Those kids practice. They have a JV team session where both offensively and defensively they work on their opponent. All our coaches are coaching. It's fast paced. We go team defense. We've got 3 huddles that is feeding into the varsity defense. So everybody's working and everybody's getting reps, and it's fast paced, it's up tempo, it's organized, and really that's a credit to the assistant coaches more than me. I mean, they've taken ownership and they and you can see the dividends of that. Like, our JV is what are they, 5-1 or 4-1 or something. They've only lost 1 game, and then our freshmen are out there as well, and they're undefeated, and they've got 2 more border conference championships. If they can win those games, then they'll win the border conference. But there's not any standing around. Kids don't stand around at our practice. They're always doing something. We don't practice long. We're out there probably an hour and 45 minutes, but it's fast paced and it's up tempo, and we get after it. And so I really like it. We talk to our kids. Like they got to bring the juice every day. They got to. We as coaches are going to bring the juice. We have a saying in our program: if you're juiceless, you're useless. If you're juiceful, you're useful. So, we want our kids bringing the juice every day. And, we feel like if we have good practices and we do what we're supposed to in practice, it's going to translate to the game. And I think you've seen that improvement. I think our kids are getting better every week. So
absolutely. And so like we talked about, like we did last year, we're going to talk about again this year. We're talking about Roswell High School. We are a community. We are a family. We all get along. We don't always have to agree, but we get along and we always root for each other. And I know it's important to me, and I know it's important to you. You want to say anything about other programs here at Roswell High School currently?
Yeah, no, I just all these coaches work really hard. Like I look at the success that our soccer 2 years ago our girls soccer program didn't win a game, and I don't know what their record is right now, but I know they've won more than they've lost, and they're really getting better. I think our boys soccer program is I think they're 9-5 right now. I looked at it the other day. They just beat Lovington for senior night. And they're starting a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. I mean, the future's bright for that program. Right. And then, Savannah in the volleyball program, they're kind of struggling. They lost a bunch of seniors last year. They're struggling a little bit, but she's doing a good job getting those girls coached up. And then, I see the cross country program every day, and I see how those kids work. Coach Vidal and Miss Ingram, they do a great job with those kids. So, just really try to work with those programs and we share ice and we share athletes. I've got a kicker right now that also runs cross country. I know the soccer program, the girls soccer program, has a girl that Mr. Castro's daughter runs cross country too. So I think it's pretty cool. The more that we can get these kids involved, the better.
Right. Yes, sir.
And then you saw all that last week at homecoming with the band and the cheerleaders and the angels and all that stuff. So it's been great. I mean, all those programs are working hard, and those coaches are doing a good job, and it's fun to watch.
Appreciate your comments, Coach. Well, let's go ahead and get this closed out. I know you got to get in there with your team, get the last-minute things going here. But anything in closing, sir?
No, just a good night. Hopefully we don't get any weather. Hopefully we're not delayed. I'd like to have one game the whole year that just goes according to plan, right?
Yes, sir.
Starts when it's supposed to.
I agree.
We have halftime when it's supposed to. The game ends when it's supposed to end. It feels like we haven't had a normal game the whole year. I mean, it's with Lovington we had parents' night, and so we didn't get a great warm up, and I mean, we had the rain delay against Alamogordo and the rain delay against Deming, and it's just just one game. Just give me a game here where we're not dealing with something.
Sounds good. Anything to your family up there in the other
No, let's shout out to all the people watching. I know a lot of people watch this, and we're super grateful for all our fans and our support. And let's go get it done tonight.
Sounds good. Well, there you go, head coach Jeff Lynn, as he prepares for another district contest between the Roswell Coyotes, who are currently ranked number 2 in the 5A classification, and of course 8th in all classifications in the state of New Mexico. We'll be here just a minute for kickoff. We're going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, and of course, KSVPTV.com. Thank you to Tanner Todd and the crew from KSVP. We'll see you in just a bit.
Hi, my name's Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional-grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, get select L2502 series for as low as $21,999 or $325 per month.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Welcome back to the Roswell Coyote pregame show. Now time for your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight.
My name is Cameron Ramage. I am a senior. I play linebacker. My parents are Jennifer Duffy and Jason Duffy. My favorite subject is English, and my favorite thing about being Coyote is the physicality.
My name is Jonathan Ellis. I'm a junior. I play linebacker. My parents' name is Christina Orens. My favorite subject is culinary. And my favorite part about being a Coyote is the work ethic.
My name is Eli Salazar. I'm a senior. My position is linebacker. My parents are Whitney Serrano and Philip Salazar. My favorite subject in school is recess. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is the high expectation.
My name is Dominic Zavala. I'm a senior. I play linebacker. My parents are Gina Rodriguez and Jose Zavala. My favorite subject is lunchtime. My favorite thing about being a Coyote is just the atmosphere that the fans always bring.
My name is Luis Ramirez. I'm a senior. My position is running back. My parents are Elena Vital and Luis Ramirez. My favorite subject is math. And my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the brotherhood.
That's your Roswell Coyote Player Spotlight for tonight. Pre-game show continues right after this.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company. And I'm John. We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coyote Football, KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, live from Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We're here at Santa Teresa High School, the Dreamcat Stadium. Coach, good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
Dreamcatcher. I hate to correct you right off the bat, but Dreamcatcher Stadium.
Dreamcatcher. What did I say?
You said Dreamcat.
Oh.
You've been dreaming about cats, partner?
Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? Here's the thing that we have to say. I just want to make sure it's been a long drive. We want to make sure that you are on your toes, you know. But no, all kidding set aside. Yeah, we are here at Santa Teresa High School, the Dreamcatcher Stadium. We're here between the Roswell Coyotes, the number 2 team in the 5A classification, and then also the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors, who are ranked 11th in the top 10 coaches poll. And, Coach, we're about 9 minutes before teams come out. If you missed the pregame show, everything is archived. You can go back and review that as well. And but, Coach, right now it's a beautiful 81 degrees here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. And not a bad drive, but what's your thoughts?
Well, you know, it's always fun to get out on the road and get to do these games. I mean, I tell you what, and I've never been to this stadium, so it's pretty neat, pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a little smaller than usual, but that's okay. We're here to see the Roswell Coyotes take on these Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. Coach, here's the thing. There's a question. We did talk with Coach Jeff Lynn prior to the game, and one of the things he did mention was he is ecstatic, he said. He is very excited about what's going on. This is week 6 of New Mexico high school football, and, of course, the Roswell Coyotes had a pretty good week of practice, for the most part. He said that he really wants to see the team continue doing what they're doing. He feels that the team is where they need to be at this time. And he just wants his team. One of the things he did say before anything was, I hope we have the ability to play 4 quarters of football without any interruptions.
Well, and you know what he's referring to there.
And I'm not going to even say it.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been unlucky, according to some, including our boss, who thinks that we might be a little jinxed as far as that goes. But no, I anticipate no interruptions. Maybe the potential for a running clock. I mean, this is going to be this is a bit of a mismatch. You've got the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. They come into the game 0-5.
Right.
And they've been shut out twice. They've been had the mercy rule in effect in a couple of games already, and they're outmatched by us right now. And as long as we, as they say after a long trip, and as long as the kids get off the bus, do what they're supposed to do, this should see a lot of offensive and defensive fireworks for the Coyotes tonight.
Absolutely. As we mentioned earlier, in the coaches' top 10 football polls, the Artesia Bulldogs coming in the number 1 spot, followed by the Roswell Coyotes. Then, of course, Levington 3, Gaston 4, and the Goddard Rockets 5. Now, the reason I mentioned the Gaston Panthers is the Roswell Coyotes will make the long trip again next week, and then, of course, have a week off. as the bye week will be in process here in a couple of weeks. But other than that, Coach, it should be an exciting game. Coach did say that he really was very excited about the sophomore for the Roswell Coyotes, and you know what I'm talking about, the sophomore running back.
Oh, absolutely.
And, that's
Luis
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And he's just done a good job, he said, and he's really, really excited. He wants to see some good things going on, and he's just ready for some football tonight.
Well, from what I've seen on film, defensively, you're going to be able to get going. The Coyotes are going to be able to get going in both aspects of their offense tonight. They can throw the ball if they want to. They can also run if they want to. And the way Luis Rodriguez has been playing, in just 2 games, he's got 14 attempts for 148 yards. That's a 10.6 average per carry. So he's one of those guys that is tough to get down. He's a little guy. But I'll tell you what, he is hard to get to the ground because you just can't get a hand on him. You can't get to him, and he's elusive. And I expect him to go for. I'll make a prediction. I think Luis is going to go over 100 yards tonight.
Well, I think I'm with you too. At least over 100 yards, if not more. I'm talking about 120 or more than that. But, Coach, here's the thing. I'm going to put you on the spot for just a second. I know you just do such a fantastic job with statistics and everything else. But overall, and I don't know if you have the total stats for the year, but total offense for the Roswell Coyotes offensively, what do you have as far as the leading rusher? Let's talk about Luke Lynn for just a moment. The standout quarterback, throws hard. He's about 6'3", 200+ pounds. Just I want to know his completion rate if all possible, total offense, and then we'll talk a little bit about the defense side of the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, until last week, Luke was leading the Coyotes in both rushing and passing. Luis Rodriguez has passed him now for overall yards, but Luke still leads in attempts with 27 for 142 yards, 5.3 a carry, which is solid, and leads the team in 4 rushing touchdowns. The other side of that big arm that the kid has in 5 games, he is 67 of 94 for 849 yards. That's a 12.7 yard average per completion, 5 touchdowns, and get this, no interceptions on the season, and a 71% completion percentage. And I'm telling you, especially early in the first couple of games of the season, there were a lot of drops. There's a lot of drops in those incompletions. So, that average could be, probably closer to 75 or even above it. Receiving for the Coyotes on the year, Isaac Gonzalez leads in that category, most of those categories, 21 catches for 208 yards on the season. That's a 9.9 average. He has 2 touchdowns, as does Noah Estrada. He had them both in the first game. Noah leads the team in yards per catch. He's got 12 catches for 197 yards. That's good for 16.4.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. That's really pretty impressive, especially with Luke Lynn in the quarterback position. But as far as defense side of the ball, do you have any statistics that we can talk about as far as the linebackers? Maybe we can talk about the mean or the Mike or even the Will linebackers. I know Joaquin Bolaños has done his job on the defensive side of the ball as well, but there's other statistics defensively that you might have.
Sure. Well, you talk about those 3 linebackers. Those 3 guys lead the team in most defensive categories. Cannon Ramage leads the team in tackles with 35, sacks with 3. Jonathan Ellis leads the team in tackles for loss with 5. He also has 27 tackles. And then Joaquin Bolaños has 21 tackles. He leads the team in forced fumbles, also has 3 tackles for loss and a sack to his credit as well. And then the back end of the defense, you've got guys like Kyle Williams, who has leads the team in passes defense, and he has 19 tackles as well. Brandon Janot has 12 tackles on the year, and Isaiah Aranda has 11. And then you got Noah Foose, who has 2 interceptions on the year, and so does David Frescas, 2 interceptions. So you got a lot of different guys. It's really been a team effort defensively for the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, there you go. That's some statistics throughout the year for the Roswell Coyotes. And, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff, and, the teams are out of the locker room. And before we start trying to find out who's going to win the flip in tonight's contest, I want to talk about the offense and the defense of the Roswell Coyotes. The starting defense, we'll just start out from the left to right. Number 21 is Isaiah Aranda playing cornerback this evening, followed by number 15, David Gauman, the defensive end, classified as a senior. And then number 38 is Ethan Lopez, the defensive tackle, senior. And let's just go to the right side of the defensive side. On the line, is number 78, Daniel Borrego, defensive tackle, senior. And then number 51 is Jake Amador, the defensive end, classified as a junior. And then number 25 is David Frescas, corner. And then the linebackers this evening will be number 11, Joaquin Bolaños, playing Sam linebacker. He stands about 6 foot, 195 pounds. Joaquin seems like he's just growing more and more on the daily basis. And then, of course, the Mike linebacker will be number 34, Jonathan Ellis, Jr. And then Cannon Ramage will be the Will linebacker wearing jersey number 32. And as you mentioned, he is doing his job on the defensive side of the ball, making a lot of tackles. And then, of course, the safety issues, or not issues, but the safeties will be number 3, Nicholas Anaya, and Kyle Williams, both seniors, wearing jerseys number 3 and 9. Excuse me. And then for the Coyotes offensively, it's going to be number 5, Colby Sanchez, the 5'9", 150-pound senior. And then number 54 is Isaiah Trujillo, left tackle, 5'10", 260-pound senior. And then C.J. Kenner, number 74, 5'10", 285-pound junior, followed by the center. Number 50 is Edgar Sotero. And then number 72 is Daniel Chavez Gonzalez, playing right guard, 5'10", 260-pound junior. And then number 77 is Emmanuel Sanchez, playing right tackle, also classified as a junior. Number 8 is Diego Sanchez, tight end. And, of course, the running backs, either in the slot position, fullback, or even just a singular running back position. Number 22 would be Nathaniel Lujan, wearing jersey number 22. Allen Ingram and Noah Estrada. And then, of course, the senior captain, quarterback number 17, Luke Lynn, 6'3", 200-pound senior. And, Coach, those are your starting lineups offensively and defense for the Roswell Coyotes. What are your thoughts, Coach, over, under, and everything else that you might think about?
Well, I'm not sure I'm willing to say what New Mexico Preps predicted on this. They predicted a 50-0 Roswell victory. I'm not going to go quite that far, but I will say it's going to be, I'll say 60-6.
60-6. Okay.
60-6.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to say 50-7. Okay. So I'm going to put your information down here. You say 60-6.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm going to say 50-7. So this is Kelly's prediction, and here is Art's prediction. You have a few minutes, or we'll say a couple minutes to change your thoughts on that, Kelly. I think on this one, I think I won the last one, so you owe me another Diet Coke.
Yep,
and then, of course, coming up here, we had our dinner. What did we have anyway? What was it that we had? What was that unique meal that we had?
We had that green chili cheeseburger.
That's exactly right. Green chili cheeseburger, onion rings, and one of those Diet Cokes. So very nice. So, Coach, anyway, glad to be here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. As we mentioned earlier, about at 81 degrees. We are praying that there is nothing in the air this evening. Try to get at least 4 quarters of football here in high school football. Now, for the listeners that are just now tuning in to KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, the reason this game is starting at 6 o'clock is for a couple things. There is some precipitation in the forecast. It's supposed to start a little later, so we're trying to get that game taken care of now. And not only that, the travel, I shouldn't say issue, but it could be a travel issue if the lightning and rain continue later on. And then, of course, Goddard's also playing here in Roswell, and that game is also starting at 6 o'clock. By the way, the Roswell Coyotes wearing all white with the red letters and, of course, the red helmet. That's one of my favorite uniforms. Kind of hard to see at times, but the stadium here, it is called Dreamcatcher Stadium in Santa Teresa. Not necessarily a real big stadium, but it is a very comfortable stadium. And then, of course, the Desert Warriors wearing the white trousers and their traditional black or blue tops with the black or blue helmet. And it looks like the Roswell Coyotes, Coach, have won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Is that what you saw too?
No, I saw the opposite.
You saw the opposite.
Yes, I saw the Desert Warriors win and defer, so they are going to be kicking off, and Roswell will have the ball first. And they will be kicking left to right across your screen, and they will be kicking with the wind. There's a pretty significant breeze going north to south right now at Dreamcatcher Stadium. So it could be an issue in the kicking game. I doubt it will be an issue in the passing game, but you never know.
All right, now it is game time. It is right about 6 o'clock, and it's going to go into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback, and the Roswell Coyotes will take over 1st and 10. And the time I do have is 6:04, Coach, and the date is Friday, September 26th, 2025, and this will be, can you believe this is going to be the end of September coming up?
Well, and halfway through the regular season. I mean, we're halfway through. We're starting the second part of the regular season tonight, which is just crazy.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. Formation will be pistol motion now, and here it is the snap. Dropping back to pass. No, it's going to be handed off, and it's going to be positive yardage. I'm sorry. It looked like there was a handoff there. It faked me out, but it's just going to be a little dump in the flat area. I'm sorry, Coach. That's
little screen over there to Rodriguez, I believe.
Was it Rodriguez? Okay. Just that angle there was a little different for me. So, yeah, thank you, Coach.
But do we have a penalty? I don't know. They were just slow moving the chains. So they're going to give them 8 on that?
Yeah, it's going to be 8 yards for Rodriguez. It's 0-0 is the score, 11:54 in this first quarter. And, Coach, we're going to try to keep the city of Roswell updated with scores throughout the state. And it's going to be, so we're going to call it 2nd down and 2. So we'll be positive 8 and working from the right hash are the Roswell Coyotes. Luke Lynn is the quarterback, looking to the right, taking direction from his offensive coordinator. And here comes Luke Lynn. Now he is. He's driving back to pass, and he's going to look left, throw right. And that's going to be caught for another Coyote first down. And the Coyotes
still on his feet
are in business. 10-5 and touchdown for the Coyotes. And I believe, Coach, that was Diego Sanchez with the touchdown.
78 yards. He just refused to go down, and some not so great tackling there.
Yeah, Coach, I have Diego Sanchez, and you said 78 is what I have as well. So now we're going to have the sophomore. I was going to say freshman. He did have some reps as a freshman in the state championship game, but the sophomore now is Benjamin Vera. The left-footed kicker is going to be up, and the indication is good. So 7-0 as the Roswell Coyotes lead here in this first quarter with 11:40 left. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be right back.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
All right, welcome back to Dreamcatcher Stadium in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Coach, what do you think about that first drive of the Roswell Coyotes? 78 yards from Lynn to Diego Sanchez.
Well, just open receiver, a beautiful pass, and some good moves down the field, and poor tackling by the Desert Warriors, and equals a touchdown in the first 20 seconds of the ballgame.
Yes, sir. Okay, so there's a few members from the Roswell area that made the long trip to Santa Teresa, New Mexico, and we're just waiting for Ben Vera to hear the whistle. There it is. All right, so Ben Vera going to take his traditional steps of 5 yards or more to get set as he counts left and right to make sure he has 5 and 5 on each side, and he does. There's the 11th one, including himself. All right, there's the kickoff, and it's going to be kicked well. It is going to be returnable. But, man, Coach, look at that. The Roswell Coyotes quick on their feet, and they hustled down to make the tackle, and it's going to be first down and 10 for Santa Teresa from about the 25-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, Allen Ingram there with the special teams tackle. He's really good at that. I mean, he does a lot of things well, but that's the reason why you have one of your skilled players on special teams is his ability to get down there and make tackles like that.
You can smell the green chili in the area. It's nice and fresh, and you can smell a little bit of roasted green chili here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. It's going to be first down and 10 ball on the 24-yard line, middle part of the field. And the quarterback, Coach, we talked about the Roswell Coyotes, but the quarterback for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors, we were talking about Nicholas Vera.
Oh, he took the ball from him.
And look at that. And here comes the Roswell Coyotes, and that's going to be number 34 in for the touchdown. And another touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes, and that's Jonathan Ellis.
Wow. So I guess you'll get credit for a tackle on that. You'll get credit for a forced fumble and a fumble recovery.
And I'll let you explain to our listeners, Coach, that's how far was that touchdown?
30 yards on the return after he just took it away from him.
All right, so just like that, the Roswell Coyotes 13 and the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors 0. Kind of got a little bit of a breeze, but we're going to be just fine here. Go ahead and get this documented here on our notes. White Hat is talking. Go ahead, Coach.
Left-footed kicker here. Vera looking for extra point number 2. Coyotes have scored 2 touchdowns in 40 seconds.
And the indication is good. 14-0 is the score here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, with 11:20 left in the first quarter. We're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
All right, welcome back to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. And the Roswell Coyotes get back on the board again. And this time it's the defense that capitalizes on the turnover. And it's a 30-yard return from Jonathan Ellis and the point after touchdown from Benjamin Vera, up and good. Coach, I know you have some thoughts about 14 points within about, you said 20 seconds?
40 seconds.
Oh, 40 seconds. Yeah. All right.
I mean, that's basically as quick as you can possibly score. They've run 2 plays on offense. They've run 1 play on defense, and you know, a kickoff return and a kickoff cover. So I mean, that's it. And you got 2 scores. I know Coach Lynn doesn't like to have games end early, but I mean, he may have to tonight.
Well, I think in this situation, Coach, you and I talked about this for I don't know how many years now, but one of the things is that, if he gets up with a comfortable lead, he will put some reserves in there. And, again, that's just part of Jeff Lynn's program. He likes to do that. A lot of coaches at Roswell or Coyote Nation like to do that. That's how you build programs. You try to get them reps at the varsity level. You never know once you get to the playoff situation if some of those reserves or backups, if you might call them, have to do it again. So we'll see what happens here. But it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. And that's going to be handed off to number 2, Rendon Duran. And so, yes, 11:07 left here in this first quarter. And so we're getting some information there on the kickoff. All right, so Luke Lynn is going to be 1st and 10 now. Ball will be on the 21-yard line due to the turnover. And, again, Renan Duran just doing his job as he usually does. Renan Duran getting some reps at the running back position, but there is going to be a flag on the play.
And it is going to be holding on the Roswell Coyotes. So we will be looking at a 1st and, well, now they're saying 3rd down, so it wasn't, okay, so I'm getting caught up here.
Yeah, we're just making sure here, and we apologize for the pause. We're just trying to get our notes taken care of here, but it is going to be 2nd down and
about 15.
We're going to work left hash, and here comes Luke Lynn. And this time it's going to be thrown to the right side again. I like what Luke is doing here. He's looking to the left side and then just dumping to the right. And he does that. He has a tendency of looking the opposite and then throwing the opposite way. You know what I mean? So looks left, throws right, or looks right, throws left. And, that's a sign of experience of an experienced quarterback.
Well, he nearly got that one picked by Angel Alvarez, number 7 there, as he got up and got a hand on it, knocked it almost straight up in the air. So kind of fortunate on that one, but it brings up 3rd and long here, 3rd and 15.
All right, here comes Luke Lynn again, dropping back to pass, quick pass to the right side. It's going to be caught. And, Coach, we'll
get 1st down.
Say that again.
1st down, 17 yards out there to Colby Sanchez.
No, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and probably a 3rd down and we'll say about.
Well, it's got to be 4th down.
4th down and about 9.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I thought he got 12 and he got 7.
No, 7. That's correct. So 4th down and 9, the Roswell Coyotes will go for as they are in Santa Teresa's. There's going to be another drop pass by Noah Estrada. Those balls need to be caught.
They do. I'm with you 100%.
And that's something that Jeff talked about. That Jeff Lynn, the head coach of the Roswell Coyotes, he wants to make sure, we say it year in and year out and week in and week out, eliminate the penalties, and when the ball is thrown, catch the rock. And, that's what's going to have to happen right there to win a state championship, Coach. You're going to have to catch the ball.
Yeah, and that's going to go down as a turnover as well because it's turnover on downs, and he was clearly going to have the yardage to keep that drive going. You have to catch the football.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 24 right hash for the Desert Warriors, and that's going to be handed off. Coach, as we were talking about earlier, and that's when the turnover happened, but the quarterback is Nicholas Vieira, 5'11", 165-pound senior, is kind of the leader of the Santa Teresa Warriors. And then, of course, you have Hector Alvarez. He is actually the 5'10 junior. Pretty good ball player is what we're hearing, and according to film, that's what it looks like. And then, of course, he also plays middle linebacker. And then Santiago Ariano is the 5'8 senior. Plays a little bit of wide receiver, and those are some of the key players that the Coyotes are going to have to watch out for. 2nd and 11 now, and the quarterback, Vieira, is in trouble, and that's going to be a sack.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan Ellis again. So he made the tackle on the last play for a loss. Now he gets the sack, obviously, for a loss. Already has a 30-yard fumble recovery touchdown. Ellis did get off the bus. We'll just say that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought you were calling him the bus. That might be a name for him for the rest this year. I'm telling you what, he's the real deal.
He is. He's had a great first half of the season, and here's hoping he can continue with that.
All right, Nicholas Vieira is the quarterback for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. Will take the snap and decides to take it himself, and good read by Vieira, and he's going to be taken out of bounds, and there's no flags as we skin the field, and Vieira will get positive yardage and a 1st down for Santa Teresa.
Yeah, about 22 on that keeper on 3rd and 17, so that's huge for Vieira. He does lead the team in pretty much all offensive categories. I mean, he leads them in passing, leads them in rushing. He's the straw for sure, so need to keep an eye on him.
All right, 1st down and 10 from the 40. We're still here in this first quarter with about 8 minutes left in the first quarter. There's going to be the pass to the right side, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10, while we'll still be at the 40-yard line. Coach, One of the things I like about this area here, is the green chili. What do you think? I know you're a big green chili guy as well.
Well, it was pretty good today. It's not quite as good as from my garden, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, on the way back, I know I'm going to win this bet, so you'll have to end up buying the enchilada plate tonight, but that's okay. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd down and 10, and the quarterback, Vieira, will take it himself, and that's going to be a 1st down. I don't see any flags as of yet.
Yeah, tackled by Anaya and Aranda there. Give them each an assist on that one. As I see, they're rotating some of the D linemen, as they always do.
Right.
Got Joe Diaz out there right now, along with Galmond.
All right, 1st down.
And Elias Lujan, he looks big out there.
Yeah, he is big. 1st and 10 from midfield, and that's going to be about 3 yards. They might give them 4, but probably positive 3 yards. And I believe that's going to be Santiago Ariano.
Noah Foose on the tackle. And that will bring up 2nd and 8 in Coyote territory.
All right, 7 minutes left here in this first quarter. We are in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, as the Roswell Coyotes lead 14-0, 2nd and 8 from the 48. Right hash are the Desert Warriors, and there is going to be the snap. And, Coach, that's going to be considered a pass, I'm thinking. Over to number 2. That's going to be Santiago Ariano.
Yeah, and he's only going to get about 3 yards as Bolaños forces him out of bounds there. But, yeah, that's a play the Coyotes run.
And run it effectively for sure. All right, the clock has stopped for just a second. 14-0 is the score. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. 3rd down and 4 from the 44. Here comes the Santa Teresa. Going to be shotgun right, and there is the quarterback, and there it is. He's on his feet, and it's going to be 10-5, and finally brought down about the probably 1 yard line is what it looks like from this angle. But, Coach, it looks like there's an injury on the play.
Well, and I think it's the quarterback.
Well, it looks like Nicholas Vieira. And the training unit gets on the field quickly. He got up on his own might there, so he's good. It looks like might be his left arm. And, Coach, you do see the training unit actually holding his left wrist, maybe his left forearm as well. That doesn't look good for Santa Teresa.
No, and the coach showing his frustration, throwing his hat down, I think.
Yeah, I think he might be done.
He can tell that Vieira could be out indefinitely here. And a huge blow to Santa Teresa if that's the case. Because, as we said, he's everything. I mean, the leading rusher, leading passer, obviously a team leader. So we'll see who trots out there. Will it be Ramon Dunez? Is that how you say that?
So you're talking about number 4? Yes,
yeah.
Ramon Dunez, the quarterback, and he's also a junior, stands at 6 foot. According to film coach, I didn't see any reps from Dunez in the past. You might have in your review, but I have not.
No, I didn't see any. Joe Diaz on the tackle there.
Okay, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal situation for Santa Teresa. As we mentioned earlier, Coach, 81 degrees. This game started earlier. Of course, we want teams to get back safely and earlier than usual, but there is some precipitation in the forecast later on this evening, trying to get that taken care of. And there's going to be a flag, and it might be a late hit from Bolaños.
That's going to be after the incompletion. So that's going to be an automatic 1st down.
Dunez a little shaken up as well as he's talking to the sideline there. And
well, they have a sophomore listed as a quarterback on the roster as well, number 10, Christian Mendoza. But no teams want to get to your 3rd quarterback unless you're up by 40.
Coach, I do have a question for you, but I'm going to wait till after this drive is complete here. It's going to be Dunez, the quarterback. It's going to be shotgun right. You have two receivers to the top of your screen, one to the left side or one to the bottom side. And Santa Teresa is going to be close. It might be a fumble.
Well, there's also a flag, so there's going to be a lot to sort out here.
All right, so there was a fumble on the play, and might be a holding call on Santa Teresa, but let's see what the indication is from the White Hats.
I think they're going to have a fumble recovery, which would be the third of the game.
All right, so you have a holding call on Santa Teresa. That's going to be declined, and it is going to be a fumble.
Finally did point the other way. So
the Coyotes will capitalize. This is the third turnovers we talked about. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Now, I will ask the question with this, Coach. And in my opinion, and, of course, my opinion really doesn't mean anything, but my opinion and your opinion might be two separate things. But how important is this game for the Roswell Coyotes? And how important is it for Roswell to go ahead and just take care of business and get it done at half?
Well, I'm not sure it means anything at all to get it done at half. They do need to take care of business. They need to clean up some stuff that they need to work on. And what are we doing now?
All right, Coach. Due to the penalty, there was a holding call on Santa Teresa. So the holding call happened before the fumble, and so now I believe that's probably going to be a spot foul. Is that correct?
No, that can't be right. They declined the hold. That in order to gain possession there, and that's 15 yards. It must have been an unsportsmanlike foul against Santa T for some reason.
Okay. Well, that might be the case, Coach, but I know it's 1st down and 10. Ball will be on the 20-yard line. Coyotes working from, we'll call it the right hash, and there's going to be the handoff.
Is that Hoover? It is.
Yeah, it's going to be Hoover, and, Hoover has also done his job, and Coach Lynn did talk about Hoover a little bit in his pregame, just basically saying that he's done his job and, he'll continue doing.
Well, and it's any job. I mean, he's on almost every special teams unit. He's now in the defensive line rotation. I mean, he just does whatever and does it pretty well.
So you have Allen, Ingram, and then Colby Sanchez at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be shotgun left, 2nd down and 7. So positive 3 yards from the 27, 4:51 left in the first quarter. Coyotes do lead 14-0. And it's going to be Luke Lynn with the ball, and finally just falls. It's going to be short of the 1st down. We'll bring up a 3rd down situation for the Roswell Coyotes.
Going to give Luke 4 on that one. You're going to bring up 3rd and about 3. And we'll see. Just the 3rd rushing attempt of the ball game for the Coyotes, despite the 14-0 score. 3 rushes for 12 yards.
All right, so 3rd down and 3 from the 27. Noah Estrada gets set. Quick pass over to the left side. It's going to be caught, and that will be a 1st down. But, Coach, did I just see a fumble?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So 6 yards for number 6, Isaac Gonzalez. And the 1st down, as you said.
Yeah, I looked down just for a second, Coach, and I thought I had saw the ball drop out, but no, it will be a completion and a 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 30. Kyle's now working from the left hash. Top of your screen will be Colby Sanchez. Colby Sanchez, the 5'9" wide receiver, 165 pounds. We'll have motion, and that's going to be a quick handoff. And you talked about Hoover earlier, Coach, and that's who has the ball now. He will have 1st down and more. You're going to give him probably about 10, 16, 17?
17, depending on the spot. 17 looks good.
Yeah, Logan Hoover. We were talking about Bryce Sanchez the other day, and he was over at the game. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks. My
2
weeks
weeks
are
ago,
getting
yeah.
low. Yeah, he looked real good and misses Coyote football for sure. All right, it's going to be a handoff again to Allen Ingram around the turn and finally brought down by the Desert Eagles. And that's number 16, Coach, for Santa Teresa. No, they don't have a 16 on their roster. But they're going to give a +6, I suppose. Yeah, +6, so 2nd down and 4. And that pistol formation for the Roswell Coyotes now motion for number 28, Luis Rodriguez. Look at Lynn with all that time, just trotting. And he's going to throw it downtown, and they're going to say, is it caught? It's going to be incomplete. The pass was intended for number 14, Noah Estrada.
Yeah, just gave Noah a chance there to maybe go up and make a spectacular play. Nowhere really else to go with the football and no running lane. I'm fine with that throw.
Yeah, just throw it out of bounds if needed. Luke Lynn was under pressure a little bit, but, man, I'll tell you what, his athleticism is just he sees the field and he says, you know what, I can take care of this. I'm going to run to the right side. I'm going to trot. I'm going to look down the field, see if I have an eligible receiver, and he did. But he just threw it, and it was going to be an incomplete pass. They're down in 4, and here's Luke Lynn again. He's going to try to go up the middle. He does this time. It's going to be potentially caught. It is caught. Good catch by Colby Sanchez, and Colby might be down for a little bit. He got hit hard.
Maybe a wind knocked out of him situation, or hoping it's something as minor as that.
Well, and you see the best trainer in the state of New Mexico coming out to take care of Colby Sanchez. I think she is. I better say that, right?
You better.
No, she does a very good job. And I will say this, she is the only trainer that Roswell High has had. This is my wife, Lisa Sandoval, 29 years of experience. She knows what she's doing out there, Coach.
She does, and why don't we take a break while they tend to Colby there, partner?
Sounds good. We'll be right back. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Back, and it looks like Colby Sanchez is going to be just fine. First down and 10, ball will be on the 33-yard line. 14-0 is the score. And, Coach, looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Yeah, Santa Teresa didn't like what they saw defensively, the way the Coyotes were lined up, and didn't think they were equipped to handle it, so they used one of their timeouts. We have 2:01 remaining here in the first quarter, which has gone pretty quickly.
Well, Coach, while we'll have a timeout, let's just talk about NN Prep's top 30, if you like. I know the Coyotes are actually in the 11th spot as far as the NN Prep's top 30, but the Las Cruces Bulldogs are actually number 1, 5-0, got the big win over Hobbs, 52-13 last week, and then, of course, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, the junior college, the Cleveland Storm, 4-1 on the year, and, of course, beat El Paso Pebble Hill, Texas, 42-17 last week. And then Volcano, Centennial, and the Artesia Bulldogs in that 5 spot, Coach. And I wanted to talk about the Artesia Bulldogs here in just a moment, but they're sitting 4-1, 2-0 in district play, beat Gaston 35-7. And the reason I want to talk about the Bulldogs in a moment, Gaston is not too bad, Coach.
Oh, no, they're solid.
All right, there's going to be the ride and the read, and that's going to be handed off.
3 yards for Rodriguez. His first carry. A little surprised that that's his first carry of the ball game. Also surprised it was for only 3 yards.
Right. Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at that on the field here, Coach. Kyle's still working that middle field there, and second down and 6. You got a minute 30 left here in the first quarter, and I was just thinking if they're going to try to go around. I call it the 600 rollout, and it's going to be caught this time, and it's going to be touchdown for the Coyotes.
See any flags?
And that's what I'm looking for right now. No flags. And, Coach, I think that's going to be Noah Estrada with the catch.
30-yard catch, shakes one tackler and into the end zone. Second touchdown pass of the day for Luke Lynn.
And we're still in this first quarter, 21-0, and the predictions, as of right this moment, appear to be correct. All right, and the indication of the point after touchdown is good. 21-0 is the score, live from Santa Teresa, New Mexico. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM. Coyotes with a comfortable lead, 21-0.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast. No matter how remote the site, when every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
All right, welcome back to Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We are here at Santa Teresa High School, Dreamcatcher Stadium. I tell you what, the green chili's making you hungry, Coach. I promise you. I know you're full, but I know you want some more.
Well, it's that good.
It's that good. Well, Coach, here's the thing. Let's go ahead and recap this first quarter. We're still in the first quarter, but we had a 78-yard touchdown pass over from Lynn to Diego Sanchez, and, of course, the PAT is up and good, 7-0. And then the 30-yard takeaway from Jonathan Ellis, that he returned that. And then PAT's 14-0, and then the 30-yard touchdown pass from Lynn to Estrada to make it 21-0. That's including the PAT. And then, of course, as we begin this drive here with the minute 14 seconds left, it is kicked and returnable. And now the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors will take over right about the 31-yard line. And let's see what Santa Teresa will do here as their starting quarterback was injured on the last drive.
Yeah, Noah Stinson on the tackle there. Want to make sure we get that out there. But, yeah, it will be. Well, is he back out there? No, he's
no,
not.
That's still number 4, Ramon Dunez.
So we'll see how he does. Let me see if he's been in at all. He has, actually. He's 10 for 27 for 50 yards on the season.
Okay.
So he has been in a little bit.
All right, there you go. And that's going to be handed off.
And I'll tell you what, number 35, that's Eli Salazar. He didn't even try to tackle him. He was going for the ball 100%. He knew he had some backup. Galman got in there to make the actual tackle. But these Coyotes, you see why they have 3 turnovers already, this defense. I mean, they're going after football on every play.
Yeah, number 24, Juan Maciel, the 5'8 senior, did carry the ball. And now at the bottom of your screen will be number 8, Aiden Rodriguez. There's going to be the pass over to the right side, and it looks like it was going to be the intended receiver was Julian Minus. Incomplete.
Yeah, good sportsmanship there as Nick Anaya helps him up. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, so a chance to maybe get the ball back here. We're still in the first quarter. It's still 34 seconds left. They keep stopping the clock.
3rd down and 10 from the 36 is Dunez, the backup quarterback, and that's going to be handed off. And, Coach, it appears that it's going to be 4th down. We might have one more play left here in this first quarter.
I would say not, but we'll see.
Possibly.
Joe Diaz on the tackle there, and tackle for loss, I might add.
Well, Coach, you're exactly right. You won that bet, but there's about 9 seconds left, and that's going to end the first quarter. Coyotes with a big lead, 21-0, and we're going to take a break. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
All right, we are back here at Dreamcatcher Stadium in Santa Teresa, New Mexico, as the first quarter expires.
A windy first quarter.
Yeah, it is. And people loving the broadcast and people loving KSVPTV.com. And it will be Santa Teresa's ball. See if the Cows can force a turnover here.
And is that Isaac Gonzalez back there to return it? I can't tell. You're not going to get to either way.
Well, no, the Coyotes will then take over now.
It was Isaac. They'll get the ball at the 42-yard line. Isaac wanted to return it. I promise you he did.
All right, so we're just going to shift gears here. What do you think about the stadium, partner?
I like it. Like you said, it's small. Not a ton of seating, especially on the visitor side, but plenty for those who made the long trip, part of Coyote Nation, and you got to love the diehards, right?
Well, and you see this like I do on Fridays. One thing I did observe today, one of the things I do like on Fridays when you're driving to school, you and I take that same route. What do you notice early in the mornings?
Oh, the Roswell High flags on Sunset.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's really nice, and it kind of makes the day worthwhile, man. It's really nice to see. All right, and
going to give Luke 7 yards on that. Keeper on the option.
7 yards is what you'll get. Yeah, I really like that. It's really decorated. It makes, you're drinking your coffee early in the morning as you're going to work and you see all red on Sunset. It really looks nice.
Yeah, that's, like you said, just a great way to start your game day. Look for him to take a shot down the field here.
All right, 2nd down and 3 from midfield. 11:24 left in the first half. There's going to be a handoff. Oh, look at that. Rendon Duran will finally fall about the 35-yard line, and the Coyotes will have another first down. First down, Coyotes.
15 yards right up the gut for Rendon.
Boy, I tell you what, you give him the ball and he takes off like that, he can break anything quickly.
Well, he hit that hole already in 4th gear, I think.
All right, there might be another timeout.
Yeah, taken by Roswell.
Well, that's kind of crazy. Well, Coach, let's take one, too. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football. We'll be right back.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildy in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
All right, welcome back to Santa Teresa High School. We are here at Dreamcatcher Stadium. And the Roswell Coyotes did take a quick timeout. Coyotes do lead 21-0 with 11:01 left here in this first half. Kind of curious to find out why the Coyotes took a timeout. I do see Luis Rodriguez in the backfield. Goes in motion. Quick pass over. Oh, Coach.
Look out.
Well, and did you see what I saw?
No.
All right, I didn't see that as a forward pass. It was more of a lateral. I thought there might have been some kind of a halfback pass situation.
Yeah,
possibly.
it was close.
All right.
It was close to being a lateral. It would have been hard to call either way, especially if it wasn't called on the field as a lateral. But I'm going to give him the completion.
All right, so 2nd down, and they'll call it 5 from the 30-yard line. The Coyotes working right hash. There is going to be Luke Lynn.
Luke.
10-5 touchdown, Luke Lynn, and another touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes. Coach, you said what?
Wait. Do we have a flag?
Uh-oh. There might be a flag on the play. No, they're going to call it a touchdown. All right, so Luke Lynn.
30-yard touchdown.
Will have 30-yard touchdown. And as you mentioned earlier, he is the leading rusher for this Coyote team.
Well, it was coming into actually he got passed by Luis, but now he's passed him back. So
currently the leading rusher. And now here comes Benjamin Vera. And it looks like the point after touchdown is good. So now the Coyotes lead 28-0 with 10:19 left. We're going to take another break and pay some bills. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Stock FM. We'll be right back. Coucher Stadium, 30 yards out, Luke Lynn with another touchdown. 28-0 is your score. Coach, do you have any scores from around the state?
I have a score from the Wool Bowl, and it's Goddard 14, Gadsden 7. And still in the first quarter?
So, Coach, that is correct. That's my understanding of it. We did have 14-7. That's correct at the end of the first.
Okay, end of the first?
Yes, sir. That's going to be the end of the first. And I'm just going to go back to WeatherBug right here, making sure things are good. Still approximately 81 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 80 degrees. Man, looking beautiful here. And as we mentioned earlier, Coach, it smells great.
Yeah, luckily that wind's blowing in the right direction, which is left to right across your radio dial on KSVP. I'm sorry, on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Coach, stand corrected. They are still in that first quarter at the Wool Bowl.
Okay. And you see how hard that wind's blowing because Vera is just booting them through the end zone.
Yeah, I did get information. There were 7:34 left until the second quarter in Roswell, New Mexico at the Wool Bowl. But we'll get information throughout the state. We'll go to Max Preps and keep you updated. Again, this game started at 6 p.m. tonight due to travel. We wanted to make sure that teams get home at a decent hour, and then also there is also precipitation in the forecast at a later time. So we'll try to get both schools and, of course, the Roswell Coyotes back home at a decent hour, and then, of course, the game started here in Roswell or at Roswell at the Wool Bowl at 6 p.m. as well.
Right, because Gadsden's got to come back almost as far as Roswell has to come back. All right, nice tackle made there by Brandon Janot.
Sorry for the pause. I'm going to try to get on to, well, you know what, most games start at 7 p.m., so we're not going to have very much.
Yeah, no, us and Goddard really will be the only high school football scores to speak of for a while.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I'm going to be real honest with you. I like the 7 o'clock contest, but I really, really love the 6 o'clock game time, and especially when you have this big district like the Roswell Coyotes and, of course, the Goddard Rockets as well. It's just it's big. You know, the Roswell Coyotes and, well, this whole district, they've only had 3 non-district games. And tell you what, with the Roswell Coyotes, the first 3 games were tough.
So we've got the rare tackle for loss on a – oh, they're not going to say it's for loss. Never mind. I was going to say a rare tackle for loss on a non-screen passing play, but they're going to give him forward progress and give him 2 yards on the completion.
28-0 is the score, 9:11 left here in the first half. 3rd down and 8. Ball will be on the 22, right hash for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. And I'm just still seeing if that quarterback position is the same or if it's going to be the quarterback, as we mentioned earlier, Dunez.
Yeah, it's still Dunez. Noah Stinson with the tackle there after the gain is going to bring up 4th and what do you think about 3?
Yeah, we'll call it 4th and 3. I'm kind of curious to find out what happened with Nicholas Vera, the starting quarterback. He was holding that right arm, right wrist.
I think it was the left.
Was it left?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yes, you're right.
So
correct.
Not the throwing arm, but it appeared to be serious.
Yes. All right, so it's going to be official. 4th and 2 now. Ball will be on the 22nd, or the 22-yard line.
They fake that?
They fake it. And look at that. They're going to have a first down.
Yeah, nothing to lose really there. That's a good down and distance, even a decent part of the field
Well,
to run the fake. And Noah Foose makes the tackle, but not before they get the first down.
Well, Coach, I'm just going to be real honest with you. I get it. They're down 28-0. You're trying to get on the board, but I don't know if I would have done that.
Well, I mean, it's I don't think I would have made that call either. I think I just punted into the wind, but I don't know. I mean, you don't get a great punt. You might net 15 with no return.
Yeah, Shea Vieira is the head coach for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. So
yes, that's probably Dad.
More than likely. And there's going to be that dump pass over to the left side. And finally out. Nice little grab by Santiago Ariano.
And Stinson forced him out of bounds there once again. So good down in distance.
All right, so 2nd down and 6 from the 42-yard line. And it's going to be another first down for the Desert Warriors. All right.
I think Joe Diaz with the tackle there.
All right, so 1st and 10 from the 49, Coach. Sorry for the delay. Just trying to get everybody updated here with text messages. And going nowhere are the Desert Warriors.
Joaquin Bolaños stopping that play before it has a chance to develop.
Juan Maciel with the carry.
Maybe a yard. Let's see. They're going to give him 1 yard. 28-0 here. 6.5 minutes left in quarter number 2. Santa Teresa has been able to move the football at times here in the first half. Got all the way down inside the 5, but then fumbled.
All right, there's going to be the quick handoff. You do see number 78 for the Coyotes, don't you? That's Daniel Borrego.
Nice tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and long. Not real long, I guess. About 7.
All right, yeah, 3rd and 7. 5:48 left in the first half. All right, there's going to be the pass to the left side. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, broken up by Noah Foose. Nicely done.
Okay, so now 4th down situation for the Desert Warriors. A little breezy here in Santa Teresa.
Yeah, and he's too far back. He's too far back to get that punt. You got to compensate for the wind. Move way up.
And
now,
there he is.
Now special teams says. But they were showing the fake too.
Number 6, Isaac Gonzalez did see that, but then of course he looked to the sideline saying, "Hey, hold on a minute, let's get a timeout." So we're going to take one too. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, Coyote Football. We'll be right back.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
All right, welcome back to Santa Teresa. We are here at Dreamcatcher Stadium. 4th and 8. Coyotes do call a timeout. And Borrego jumps off sides.
It's going to be 4th and 3.
Borrego a little upset with himself.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, 4th and 8. That's tough to get. 4th and then now probably just a long 2. That's solid. 2.5 yards.
Well, you're going to have to be careful with long count again here. See what happens at hard long count. Again, the quarterback, the backup quarterback is in Ramon Dunez. And hand it off, and there's going to be a first down for Santa Teresa. So the penalty hurts the Coyotes on this drive.
And I believe that's the 3rd 4th down they've converted here in the first half. Just nothing to show for it yet. As they're still, 37 yards away from the end zone.
Yeah, Dunez trots back to the huddle here. Yeah, the little noise over on the Santa Teresa side of the field.
All right, 5:10 remaining here in the first half, 28-0. Roswell leads. Santa Teresa on the move, though.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Roswell Coyotes.
Oh, look, it's Janot.
Yeah, number 25.
No, 30, right?
Was it number 30? I thought I saw 25. Is it 30?
Yeah, I think it's Brandon Janot got the interception and returned it about 5 yards.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes now will have the ball at the 37-yard line. 28-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. We're still here in the first half with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. All right, motion by Noah Estrada as he gets set. Noah Lynn dropping back to pass. The strong arm quarterback is just going to take it himself, and I don't know if you want to go head on with Luke Lynn. Hey, that's a pretty good tackle.
Yeah, not bad.
Number 11, that's going to be Mark Alacone.
And speaking of 11 yards on that. You know, the way Alacone tried to go low on Luke, I know you can't
go head on with them, huh?
Well,
the upper body strength is just phenomenal, man. I tell you what, there's a quick pass. Look at that. That's going to be caught by number 6 there. That's going to be Isaac Gonzalez.
He's going to get about 9. Yeah. So the second catch of the day for Isaac. 2 catches for a total of 15 yards.
Forecast as of right this moment still looking good.
Well, we got to get to halftime. That's
that's most important, right, Coach?
Got to get to halftime. And we're only 4 minutes and 8 seconds away from that.
Okay. 2nd down and 2 for the Roswell Coyotes. Ball's on the 43-yard line, left hash. And there's Luke Lynn. He's going to try to throw it. Has a shot. And it's going to be caught. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes. And I think that might be Noah Estrada.
It is. He's hard to get down after the catch, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
43 yards to Estrada. And that's very reminiscent of the way he scored on the other long pass, where somebody should have had him down, but he just breaks away. And touchdown pass number 3 on the day for Luke Lynn. I won't call you by your brother's name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, buddy.
Well, that's okay. He probably gets that a lot. All right, Benjamin Avera has been perfect. 35-0 is the score. We're going to take a break from Santa Teresa, New Mexico, Dreamcatcher Stadium. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Stock FM.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Ranch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Ranch difference here at Tate Ranch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Ranch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly, hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Ranch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Ranch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
All right, welcome back to Dreamcatcher Stadium. And I'll tell you what, the Roswell Coyotes looking sharp here in this first half. Another 43-yard touchdown pass from Lynn to Estrada, and the PAT is good. 35-0 with 3:53 left in the first half.
And, you know, old Josh Grenay may know what he's talking about, right? 50-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's pretty impressive. He's pretty much always spot on.
Now, here's the thing, though. He doesn't know Coach Lynn like we know Coach Lynn. And if the Coyotes get to 48 after they scored that touchdown, he's not going to go for 2.
Right.
He's going to get at least one more defensive possession out of it.
Yeah, your prediction might be correct, Coach, but we'll see what happens here as Benjamin Vera kicks it off.
Has he kicked everyone through the end zone?
Well,
I think he has. I think all 5 have been through the end zone.
It sure has, hasn't it? All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Starting to get a little dark here in Santa Teresa, sunset.
I think sunset was supposed to be 6:38. Does that sound about right?
That sounds excellent, Coach. That sounds about right. That's what I have.
Yeah, you see the lights in the distance there, and, of course, lights on at the stadium.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, and there's the handoff again, and look at that. Coyotes swarm to the runner.
Yeah, Noah Foose, he's playing inspired today. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets another interception before it's all said and done. He's got 2 on the year. None more timely than that one at home against Lovington that sealed that victory.
All right, number 4 is the quarterback, Ramon Adunas, the 6-foot junior, replacing the starting quarterback, Nicholas Vera. Went down with an injury. Left arm is what we're thinking. Didn't look too good. There's going to be the quick pass.
And there's a hold. See if they call it.
They do.
A pretty blatant hold on Brandon Janot. Happened about the 20-yard line, so they'll probably back it up to the 10.
Yeah, and that's not what the Desert Warriors are wanting as of this time. Coach, looking forward here to the Artesia game. Artesia has tonight, I'm trying to see, let me go back to my information here.
Oh, they play Lovington at the Bulldog Bowl.
Is it Lovington tonight? Yeah. Okay. You might, when we have a chance, if we do go back to a break, we might update everybody about who is playing who this evening. So Artesia is currently number 1 in the state in 5A, 4-1 record, 2-0, and then they are taking on the number 3 Lovington Wildcats, who are 2-3, 1-1. And I believe, Coach, you said that is going to be at the Bulldog Bowl. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And that game is going to be, or I should say, kickoff starts at 7 p.m.
They probably have kicked off, actually.
Yeah, my time is a little different right now. Right this moment, probably. You're right. 7:02 right now.
3rd and 25 from the 5 now. After the procedure penalty on the Desert Warriors, and we have another one, so it's going to be 3rd and 27.5 from the 2.5.
And that's half the distance of that goal line.
Goodness gracious.
Well, this is going to be a dumb question. I don't think I've ever seen this happen. Can this be a safety ever? If you keep on having
no.
It
No.
just stays at the.
Yeah, you can always go half the distance.
That's a serious question. I did not ever.
You can get a safety for a penalty, but it has to occur in the end zone, and obviously that can't.
Well, in the end zone, but
Right.
I'm telling you. But you know how we talk about half the distance of the goal line. If you continue with penalties,
keep going.
You just move it centimeters.
Yep, or hardly at all. You
Yeah.
know, have to turn the ball sideways.
All right, so it's going to be a long 3rd down and 27 for Santa Teresa.
And there won't be a fake punt on this one.
I'm thinking not.
Oh,
Now-
3rd?
Yeah, 3rd down and 27.
The scoreboard operator has me messed up.
That's all right. Well, Coach, I think they're going to have to snap it one time at least, right?
Well, Coach Lynn
No,
is
they're
going to
not.
let him run it out, I think.
I think that's probably the wise thing to do. Go in at half with the lead of 35-0. Yeah, that's going to be a.
Santa Teresa called timeout.
Well,
Not sure why they would, just to avoid the penalty, but.
Well, here's the thing too, Coach. They're gonna say it's the first half is expired. Okay, all right. Here's what we're gonna do. Coyotes lead 35-0. We're gonna take a break. We'll be back here in just a moment. We're gonna pay some bills live from Santa Teresa, New Mexico, and Dreamcatcher Stadium. Are they bringing everybody back? No, I guess not. All right, we'll be back here in just a moment. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
September super savings at National Furniture Liquidators. Super savings throughout the store, plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Big savings like an Ashley sofa, $298, 5-piece bedroom, $597, a queen-size mattress, $198, a TV stand with fireplace, just $397, or a 5-piece pub set, $297, and more. National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection, nobody beats Shorty.
Members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
Support career and technical education programs for Chavez County. Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy. Supporting this mill levy would increase funding for career and technical education programs to prepare students for in-demand jobs in our area, strengthening the local economy and meeting community needs for healthcare professions and skilled laborers. Dual credit students from local high schools will benefit from expanded program options. Increase career and technical education in Chavez County. Support the ENMU Roswell Mill Levy on November 4th. Early voting begins October 7th. Paid for by the ENMU Roswell Foundation.
Welcome back to Dreamcatcher Stadium in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Coach, it's been a pretty good first half for the Roswell Coyotes, 35-0, a lot of scoring. And, of course, the defense has been pretty good as well. What's your thoughts?
Well, just kind of what we expected, I think. I mean, they maybe could have scored one more time there in the first half, but yeah, I mean, this was a team that was overmatched with Roswell coming to town, and Roswell, has played pretty flawlessly, to be honest with you. I mean, a penalty here or there, but really nothing to, and maybe one drop, but yeah, Roswell's played lights out.
Coach, you have any first half stats?
I do. We're going to start with special teams. And we had no field goals attempted, no punts, no punt returns, and no kickoff returns for the Roswell Coyotes. They did have 5 extra point attempts, all of them good, by the sophomore Ben Vera. Defensively, Coyotes were led by Nick Anaya, Noah Foose, and Noah Stinson, as well as Joe Diaz, who all had 3 tackles. Joe had a tackle for loss. Oh, and Jonathan Ellis. Can't forget Jonathan Ellis.
Exactly.
Three tackles, 2 of those for loss, including a sack and the strip, fumble, recovery, return for a touchdown. Also had an interception by Brandon Janot. It was returned 5 yards. 1 pass defended by Foose, and then 2 tackles each for Bolaños, Gowand, Janot. 1 tackle each by Allen Ingram, Aranda, Fresquez, and Daniel Borrego. Moving to offense. On the ground, Coyotes had 101 yards on the ground. They had 1 carry for Allen Ingram. He had 6 yards on that carry. 1 carry for Luis Rodriguez for 3 yards. A little surprised by that, but other people getting it done, which is fine. 2 carries for Logan Hoover for 17 yards. 2 carries for Rendon Duran for a total of 15 yards. And Luke Lynn with 4 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Speaking of Luke Lynn, first half he was 9 of 12 for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. Still yet to throw an interception. I don't care if I'm jinxing him. I'm going to keep saying it. Still yet to throw an interception on the season. Those passes, 2 caught by Colby Sanchez for a total of 21 yards. 2 catches for Isaac Gonzalez for 15. 2 catches by Luis Rodriguez for 13 yards. And then 1 catch by Diego Sanchez for 78 yards and a touchdown. And 2 catches for 2 touchdowns for Noah Estrada for a total of 73 yards. So second game this season already for Noah Estrada. Multiple touchdown catches in the ballgame.
All right, there's your first half stats. As we mentioned earlier, the Roswell Coyotes with a comfortable lead, 35-0. There's still about 10 minutes and 42 seconds before the teams come out. As of right this moment, we're going to take another break. You are watching and listening Coyote football and observing the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors band. We'll be back here in just a moment.
And welcome back to halftime here. Another Friday night of high school football action. Of course, it is halftime. That means we have our conversation with our Roswell Independent School District athletic director. This time we got the athletic director, Britt Cooper, back with us. Morning, Britt, or good evening, Britt. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Of course, before we talking about middle school and some of the things going, of course, obviously everyone knows this game did start off 6 o'clock here as opposed to the normal 7 o'clock. You basically made the decision, hey, with the rain we've been dealing with and looking at the weather forecast, so we can make sure that we can get a complete game in. We're gonna move the start time. We, of course, obviously agreed with Gadsden and Santa T on this, but everyone agreed, hey, it's a good idea. Let's push this up an hour just to make sure we can get the game in.
Yeah, it's something that we've kind of looked at. This big district, of course, started last year, so we've still got some bugs to iron out. But we've talked about those long trips over the mountain for both directions. For teams, maybe 6 o'clock's a better start time. I mean, I know it's traditional to play at 7, but we got to think about getting kids home. And just like last week with Deming, that game didn't end till 11 o'clock at night. So I'm sure they didn't get home until close to 5 in the morning, and that's not a good situation to put kids in on the road at that, that hour. And
absolutely.
So, it's just one of those things. We've had the weather, it may or may not hit, but, we're just preparing if it does. Plus, I think everyone was pretty happy to go up an hour.
I think everyone's ready. They got their plans and things. Of course, it's a busy week just with fair and everything around the corner, so everyone's got a lot of plans. So I think everyone was pretty agreeable to this.
Yeah, and we did this one weekend last year. We had some rain in the forecast, and I know we had 2 home games on Thursday, Friday, and we did it. And sure enough, on Friday, if we hadn't started early, the storms came in like
20
minutes after the game. So we were sitting there going, well, we dodged one there.
Yeah,
so,
we looked like we knew what we were doing that
day. Every now and then it does.
It happens,
but,
right?
But when the weather's clear, then they're going, what were you thinking?
That's the thing, and of course, looking at the weather with Roswell, you might not seeing so much rain here, but tomorrow, but it's air. Put it this way, err it on the side of caution. We want to make sure we get these games played, and especially with the miles traveled for some of these teams, we want to make sure they get the most bang for their buck on that.
And we have to get the games in. I mean, they're district games, so I mean, what it amounts to, if we can't finish them on a Friday, then they're going to have to stay over for Saturday, and that's big time money.
That's a big expense, for
unless you're willing to come up with,
unless you're finding a motel willing to put them up for free and everything else. Which
there's a lot of intangibles there that sometimes that people don't think about. But we just want to do what's best for kids.
Absolutely. So, but that's the reason why tonight's game got pushed up an hour here for that.
Right.
And if need be in the future, that we'll do it again. If so,
yeah, we'll always keep that in consideration. And if the other school is in agreement with it, and like I said, this week it hit that way. Of course, the athletic director at Gaston, she's over all three schools down there with Santa Teresa, Chaparral, and Gaston, and we were in agreement. Because there's it's in the forecast big time. At down in the Santa Teresa area. So, but we thought, well, just to accommodate both the directions, just to be better safe than sorry.
Plus, it's consistency, logistics, and everything else, and so it's a win here. But let's turn a little bit as far as some of the upcoming. Is there anything as far as the middle schools or other high school sports we want to put on people's radar coming up this next week?
Well, the seventh grade finished last night with their volleyball championship.
Sure.
Football's still going on. They've got another 3 weeks, I believe, of games.
But we'll be talking border conference here pretty quick. Yeah.
So they're in the middle of that already.
Yeah.
So and then the eighth grade, their volleyball year-end tournament is at Lovington this year, and I think it's the middle of October. I'd have to look at the exact date. It's on a Saturday there. So, I mean, it's all winding down, and before you know it, we'll be starting seventh grade basketball, in October, and it seems early, but we do the split schedules because of the border
Are
conference.
they practicing already, or are they?
Not yet, but they're not. It's right around the corner. So
I'm sure the kids themselves are already hitting the weight rooms and doing their own private stuff.
Yeah, and most of the kids, the girls are playing volleyball. Most of them, play both sports.
That's
the same
true,
way with football and basketball. So, we make it work, but we do that to accommodate the eighth graders being in the board conference.
Sure, absolutely. Speaking of accommodating things, and I kind of put your coach's hat on for a minute here on this one obviously with the Eastern New Mexico State Fair next week, and there's a lot of student athletes that are involved in fair stuff and things like that. You were a basketball coach, so the fair wasn't so much a problem for you as a coach because the seasons didn't line up. But I imagine you do have players over the years that are a part of a lot of other school activities and things. As a coach, how do you balance when you have those student athletes that are involved in, say, fair stuff and 10 other things? How do you?
We've had some kids, play for me and play in the programs currently that are FFA members, may have show animals, maybe in 4-H, whatever they're in. But, we try to accommodate them. We don't schedule any games on parade day on Monday.
Sure.
But, usually we have to still get practices in. And,
they still got games on Friday or whatever.
And I think the parents understand that, it's a normal day to everyone else that we're playing. So they're not taking the day off. So we usually get our practices in, but we do try to accommodate the kids and work it for a time where they can do both. And certainly if they're involved with the fair.
Sure. And obviously that is part of the responsibilities of being a student athlete is these young men and women have a full work schedule because and at the end of the day, priority one is grades and the education side, and everything else comes second. But who's to say to someone what's more important to you, football or FFA? I mean, they're equally important in different ways to these students. You try to accommodate the best way you can.
And I think the coaches, they try to work the best they can with them. The parents understand the situation, and usually it's with the understanding going in. This is what we do, and we make it work out. But we are student-based education, and that's all extracurricular activities fall under that, not just athletics, but also the activities. And,
sure.
We want to make sure that they're getting a well-rounded education, but understand that they are a student first. But a lot of times, a lot of the things that they get from the fairs and showing and the responsibility and everything of taking care of animals, that's as much of a lesson as what they might get in the classroom that day.
And I would take a stab, just generalized stab, that if you look at like over the years of your coach and you look at some of your team, your youth leaders over the year, a lot of them probably had some kind of background on top of that. They're good basketball players, but I'm guessing they were probably equally important in some of those other organizations too.
We've got kids that are involved. We had them back then too. Involved with student council and whatever else was going on, even with their church groups and so forth. And, but we try to give them a balanced education, and you want kids involved with everything. But you're right. A lot of our leaders come from, just what they're picking up.
They're building a lot of the same in different ways. I mean, I would argue because sports put you in moments and really, especially you look at like basketball and football, these are true team sports that no one person can win one of these games. No. But there is a lot of similarity in that with FFA and their speeches and things. It's just presented in a different way, but they are teaching and a lot of it equally translated. I'm going to take a stab that, some of their best leaders over there are probably captains of your football teams and basketball teams and things like that.
And that makes for a more rounded education. Absolutely.
So, but yes, again, just to remind folks, as we wrap up this interview, don't forget you can get passes to see all of any school action for Roswell Independent School District sports. If it's a middle school or high school, they have passes for individual schools. You can get basically an all-encompassing pass that if it's an RISD sporting event, you got a ticket to it. And sanction. I mean, when we get to NMAA stuff, that changes. But anything that's non-playoff related, you get into. And
the regular season, exactly. It doesn't cover the tournaments and so forth postseason, but it covers everything else. They're a great deal. We have them on sale there in the athletic office, as well as they can go online with GoFan.
Absolutely. So do that and save some money, and a great way to, especially, that's a great way, because I get it. Some of you, I got a middle school kid and a high school kid, and that can add up quickly. So get that pass, and you can see them all and save you a few dollars doing it. So.
Yeah.
Good deal. Is there anything you wanted to mention that we spaced over or didn't talk about?
I think we've covered it this week. We just keep looking forward to each week. There's plenty going on every week,
and these games get just a little bit more important each week as we go.
We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs.
That's right. Yeah, we'll be talking turkey here in a minute before you know it. So. Well, thank you as always, Coach, and we'll see you here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Mika will be with us next week, and then Britt will be back in the chair next week. So good, or week after there. So good deal. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Or several teeth? A dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way, with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly, hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Welcome back to Santa Teresa High School in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We are here at Dreamcatcher Stadium with the Roswell Coyotes in the lead, 35-0. We're just seconds away from the start of the second half. Coach, you see anything that you would change here?
Oh, no, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah. don't commit that one penalty, I think, and don't make that one drop. But yeah, there's very little to complain about that first half for the Roswell Coyotes, and we will be starting with the running clock here in the second half.
All right, there is the kick, and this time it didn't go into the end zone, Coach. So it's going to be returnable, and the Desert Warriors will take over from the 29-yard line. Yeah, I do think, like you said, Coach, it is a running clock, but I do feel that you might see some reserves early in this contest.
Well, might have seen one already as Dominic Zavala, number 36, makes a special teams tackle. Not sure if he's in on the regular kick cover team, but he might be. But he's still in the game, so he's a sub right off the bat.
All right, so the Roswell Coyotes, as we mentioned, with the lead 35-0, 11:22 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Shane McMath out there at safety. You've got some reserves already.
All right, the quarterback will be Ramon Adunez. We'll hand that off, and maybe a gain of 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky.
Yep, looked like Logan Hoover with the tackle.
Yeah, Logan Hoover playing both sides of the ball. I mean, actually doing everything, like you mentioned earlier. Offense, he's running the ball well, making the good hits on the defensive side of the ball, playing special teams, kind of just doing it all for the Roswell Coyotes this year. 35-0 is the score, 10:38 left in the third quarter. Running clock, as you mentioned. And it's about dark now. And I tell you what, luckily we have this little breeze or air conditioner in the area we're in. Throwing the left side now, and that's going to be Cobb, but I don't know if that's going to be complete. No, it is not.
Out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds.
Ariano did a good job to make the catch, but just couldn't stay in bounds with it. Throw was out of bounds.
Yeah, Ariano doing the job for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. Ariano is a 5'8" senior. About 140 pounds is what they list him in max preps. But doing the job for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. All right, it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 with 9:51 left in the third quarter. The quarterback, as we mentioned, is the backup, Ramon Adunez.
See Anthony Graham in there at DN. He's getting some reps here. Oh, look at that. Oh, slips it.
Yeah, it's going to be handed off to Juan Maciel, the 5'8" senior.
And I think, let's see.
1, 2, 3. So you're taking right here, we're going to say a 36-yard line for the Desert Warriors. In order to get the first down, they need to get to at least the 39.
Yeah, need about 3. And they will line up to go.
So 4th down, they have it 4th down and 4. I have 4th down and 3. And I think at this point, Coach, I think you have to go for about anything you can when you're down 35-0 and a running clock. Nunez, the quarterback, puts a man in motion. Now trips to the bottom of your screen. Changes the play at the line.
They're just trying to draw them off. They're not going to go.
And looks like is it going to be a delay game or a timeout?
Timeout.
All right, that means we'll take 1-2. Coyotes lead 35-0. We'll be back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Get a great deal. Now's the time to get a great deal on the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. Professional grade mowers, durable sidekick utility vehicles, and versatile compact tractors. It's the equipment you need to take care of your land. Right now, get select L2502 series for as low as $21,999 or $325 per month.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
All right, we are back, and it touched the Roswell Coyote, I believe, didn't it?
Well, if it did,
it did. Yep. So the punt was successful, and somebody had fallen about the 40-yard line, and then the punt was decent and hit a Roswell Coyote. So this is going to be the best field.
Starting position.
Starting position, yes.
Yeah.
starting position, but field, Coach, I just went blank.
Well, they've been closer than this. They drove down to the 2-yard line in the first half, but this
then with the fumble.
Yeah, starting field position. This is
Field range is what I'm trying to
yeah.
say. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when they got down to the 1 or 2 and then fumbled, yes, but as far as field range is concerned, this first possession here, let's see what happens here. It's going to be first down, and this is I don't like to see that. I mean, that needs to be cleaned up. So it's going to be first down and 10 from the 40 for Santa Teresa. 35-0 is the score. And you have 2 men in motion?
Yeah, that's
yeah. You can't do that.
Well, I think you can as long as they both get set for a full second, but they have to be going together.
Simultaneously.
Right. So the one went and then the other one went. So that's where you get the penalty. The procedure penalty. So, but the obvious confusion on that.
All right. So, as you mentioned, Coach, the clock will still continue.
Yeah, I mean the 35-point lead. It's only going to stop for timeouts and scores. I believe they'd stop on scores.
That's correct. Yeah, I tell you what, I really like the seating up here. This is very comfortable.
I'm very comfortable right now.
All right, the handoff.
Oh, he kept it. I bet he wished he handed it off.
This is Dunez, and there's a flag. Is that going to be a late hit, Coach?
No, I think it might be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask.
Let's see.
Personal foul, face mask on the defensive team.
Yeah, and it's on Jake Anador.
And that goes. Okay, there's another flag, and there's going to be a flag on Jeff, I believe.
Yeah, so they're going to mark this one off to the 30 for a first down. And then they're going to mark off another 15 for Jeff. It's going to take him down to the 15-yard line.
And the crowd is going crazy with the 30-yard gain for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. There's 15 more.
And the only thing I can think of is that Coach Lynn saw the play clearly and saw that it may have looked bad, but that it wasn't actually a face mask. And one of those situations where he feels like the official assumed there was a face mask.
Correct.
And there wasn't.
Right. All right, so first and 10, ball will be on the 15-yard line. Santa Teresa working from that right hash. Third quarter, 35-0, 7:05 left in the third quarter. Running clock. Dunez, the quarterback for Santa Teresa. And there's going to be the handoff. And there's a couple of Coyotes. So I see, what is that, number 23? Is that who I see, Coach? Is that Noah Stinson?
Yeah, I'm going to give Shane McMath partial.
I think you have to.
Assisted tackle on that one. About a 6-yard gain maybe. No, just 5.
Now look at this, Coach. You had, I think there was 11 on the field and 11 out.
Yeah, and those 11 that came on the field are the starters. The Coach Lynn's seen enough from the backup defense.
And enough's enough.
Yeah.
All right, 35-0, 6:14 left here in the third quarter.
And this, if they get in here, then the running clock goes away. So could really extend this ball game quite a bit.
All right, second down and 3 from the 9. Santa Teresa inside the 10-yard line, and there's going to be a flag, and that one's going to be on Santa Teresa.
Yeah, they're really having a hard time. They've had false starts from receivers, from the skill players. It's not the linemen that are doing it. It's the skill guys or the so-called skill guys, and they're just making it that much tougher on this Santa T offense.
5:38 left in the third quarter. 35-0 is the score. Second down. And there is a penalty. The ball will be on the 14-yard line. So they're going to call it second down and about 9. So Dunez, the quarterback, shotgun right, will decide to pass. He's going to throw it into the end zone. And that's going to be picked off by the Roswell Coyotes. And trying to see if he can get past Dunez. And he does. This could go all the way. And the Roswell Coyotes from the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Coyotes.
Who is it?
And Coach, I think that was Isaiah Aranda. Could it be Joaquin Bolaños? We'll let you know here in just a moment. But I'll tell you what, Coach, I called it.
What exactly did you call there, partner?
The pick six is what I'm calling it, Coach.
Okay.
I'm saying, hey, here it is, but we'll get you a number, Coach. You know what? Let's take a break. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com, 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Check out some of the bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select jars of Classico pasta sauces are 2 for $5, and select boxes of Food Club cake mixes are 97 cents each. In produce, 6-ounce containers of blackberries, blueberries, or raspberries are 2 for $4. In the meat department, family packs of 80% lean fresh ground beef are $4.29 a pound, and family packs of fryer drumsticks or thighs are 99 cents a pound. These are just some of the savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
All right, we are back in Santa Teresa. The Dreamcatcher Stadium is where we're at, Coach. And tell you what, that was kind of neat to see. We're trying to get that confirmation.
Yeah, I thought it was Joaquin, but
I think you're right.
We're kind of, the press box is kind of far away, and
it is,
and it's kind of hard to see through these windows. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Joaquin. We will figure it out for sure and make sure credit where credit's due, but.
Well, my question to you, Coach, is it is a pick six, but how many yards?
95.
That's what I have, 95 yards. And now the score is going to be 42-0 after the PAT from Benjamin Vera. Tell you what, this is nice to see here. Now, Coach, they score again. Will the Coyotes go for 2?
Well, that's the $60,000 question, $64,000.
All right, I can tell you this time, though, that the kickoff is in the end zone.
Through the end zone once again. And I think that's 7 for 7 for Ben. Taking advantage of that gusty wind.
Yeah, trying to get that information. The pick six. Okay, so no, Coach, you were right. The angle from where we're at right now, I thought it was Aranda at first, but you're right. It was Joaquin Bolaños. And Joaquin showing the speed, huh?
Yeah, just like he did on that carry he got early in game 1 against Los Lunas, where he broke away for, what was it, 85-yard touchdown just running up the middle.
Yeah, that's for sure, Coach. I mean, Joaquin playing that Sam linebacker position for the Roswell Coyotes just did his job. And, Coach, it's nice to see that defense doing something there. A little windy here in Santa Teresa.
Well, yeah, you see those kickoffs just blasting through the end zone. You can – not so windy in the press box, but outside, pretty breezy.
All right, second and 8. And a nice turnaround move. Got Santiago Arellano.
Patrick Tarin with his second tackle.
So under 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Now the Coyotes extend their lead 42-0 running clock. No sense of urgency here for Santa Teresa. They're just saying, let's line up and let's improve here. Dunez, the quarterback for Santa Teresa.
First down.
And that will be a first down for the Desert Warriors.
Tackle made by number 35, Eli Salazar.
And the prediction was 50-0. I know not from you and I, but the prediction from our friend, was it 50-0? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, man, I tell you what, he's pretty good. All right, the ball will be handed off, and just a few Roswell Coyotes. Oh, gosh.
Tackled by the team picture, right?
Yeah, I was looking at Edgar Sotero. He was doing a flip and kind of just stood on his head there and then decided to roll over.
Tackle made by Anthony Graham. Seen a little action here at the end position.
All right, you have that tight offense now, that tight tray or tight
and they try to run behind
offense,
it,
yeah.
Not much there. Another gang tackle by the second team defense for the Roswell Coyotes, number 24, Patrick Tadine.
I almost thought it was almost a diamond, Coach, but it was more of that tray package.
Yeah. You almost never see those four in a bunch diamond much anymore. You often see the trips, though.
Sure. All right, 3rd down and 6 for the Desert Warriors. Ball will be on or about the 35-yard line. About 1:46 left in the third quarter. Running clock. Dunez, the quarterback, shotgun right. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Now motion. And they're just trying to get that lead play to see what they can do to get a first down. See the strip almost?
Yeah, they're trying to. That's number 56, Joe Diaz. It's 4th tackle of the ball game. It's going to bring up 4th down and long, about 7. Scoreboard says 6, but it's clearly 7.
All right, and
are we going to get our first punt return of the day?
I don't know, Coach. I know your name's not Shirley, but Shirley.
Surely we'll get one at some point. Is that what you're saying?
Well, that's what we're thinking.
Well,
here.
and
Let's
once
see.
again, he's 10 yards too deep.
Well, as of right this moment, let's see if he comes in there and see if they're going to try a fake punt here. I'm not sure, but that's going to be it might be
blocked. It was blocked.
Okay, I almost thought he got his leg there for a second, but who was it partially blocked by?
That was Kyle Williams with the block kick.
Kyle Williams. That's another individual right there, another coyote, I shouldn't say individual, but another coyote that is very quick off the ball, good athlete. I guess individual's fine, but we're all coyotes over here at Coyote Nation. Let's see, I think we might have another quarterback here in just a moment for the Roswell Coyotes. Oh, we do.
Right now. That's a backwards pass.
That's a backwards pass, and we're going backwards here, and they're actually probably a loss of about, we'll say 1 for sure.
Coach, that's Andrew Fuentes in at quarterback.
Coach, that's going to end the third quarter. And I was
who caught it? Did you see?
Well, no, I was looking. There was a little extracurricular stuff going on, but I didn't see who caught that ball. But we'll see here in just a moment. We'll get you a number. You want to take a quick break? Yeah, let's just stay here. What do you think?
Let's just stay.
What do you think about this here, Coach? I know I'll try to get some.
Yeah, we need to get a score there because number 1 Artesia taking on number 3 Lovington in the Bulldog Bowl. I think it was 14-7 was the last score we had in that ball game.
That's what I had, yes. But we'll get you some information here. Go on to some scores here. All right, so now both teams will just switch over a little bit here.
And were they in the perfect place to switch sides of the field, right at the 49-yard line?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Coach, it's very nice to see there. Okay, there's going to be the handoff, and that's Nathaniel Lujan, and he fumbles. And actually, Coach, it looked like maybe the ground caused the fumble, but excellent run by Nathaniel Lujan.
Yeah, 15 yards, his first carry of the ball game. I think that's who caught the previous pass, too. That's who I'm going to give it to.
Coach, there are 37 games for New Mexico football today. The featured games are by New Mexico top-ranked teams such as Oregon Mountain out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, and, of course, Lovington at Artesia. They're also talking about the Animas Magdalena game. That game also started at 4 o'clock. Those are some of the featured games.
So 14 yards on that scamper.
Canyon kind of doing their job over Piedra Vista 28-7. That's in the third quarter, or quarter 3. That's live. So that game must be played in Canyon, Texas. Here at Dreamcatcher Stadium, it's first and 10 from the 38. 42-0 is the score, but there's a flag on the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, so the 14-yard carry by Rendon Duran will be called back.
21-14 live second quarter in favor of the Goddard Rockets as they are taking on the Gadsden Panthers. Melrose 28, 14. All right, first and 10 from the 42-yard line. Actually, that's incorrect. Yeah, it is. That's fine. We'll call it from the 42-yard line. There's Fuentes.
Nice throw.
Is that confirmed? We say Fuentes is the new quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes, Andrew Fuentes.
12-yard completion to, I believe it was.
We'll get you a number here, Coach.
Olin Ingram.
It is Olin. Olin Ingram with the catch. Down on your bottom of the screen is going to be number 13. That's going to be Jadrian Garcia. Now, Coach, you and I understand this. We've been through some quarterbacks here as you and I have been partners in the broadcast system here with KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. But it looks like the Fuentes family are full of quarterbacks.
Well, you got dad, and now you got the second son. So this is the third from that household to play quarterback for the Roswell Coyotes at the varsity level.
Well, I do have an update. 21-0 Mayfield over Deming. That's in the second quarter. Yeah, I'm sure Manny Fuentes, when we won a state championship. Rendon Duran brought down about the 15-yard line. But Manny Fuentes won a state championship in 2000. I was a little assistant coach under Jack Sisko then.
Well, Manny Sr., right?
Manny Sr., correct. Manny Sr. And then you had Manny Jr. Now you have Andrew Fuentes. We have first and 10 from the 15-yard line. There's Andrew. He's going to hand that off. And that's going to be number 28. That's going to be Luis Rodriguez for the touchdown.
15 yards out. Just his third carry. And now it's decision time.
Well, and I think you and I, if we're betting men, and I think we are, I think we're going to have a PAT so we can extend this game.
And why not? I want to see Fuentes some more at quarterback.
Well, I think that's a good idea. You got to get those reps to prepare because he is more than likely going to be the future of the Roswell Coyotes in the next couple years, right?
I think so.
All right, so here comes Benjamin Vera. And that's going to be up, and that time it's going to be blocked. So 48-0 is a score from Dreamcatcher Stadium in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We're going to take a break. Coyote football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Find them online at bobreedpestcontrol.com or call 575-623-5344. Serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, welcome back to Dreamcatcher Stadium. We're live in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Santa Teresa High School Luis Rodriguez, Coach, you gave him credit for how much as far as the rush?
15 yards on the touchdown.
All right, so 48-0 is the score. The PAT failed this time, and he's only missed in his career, you said 3. Is that correct?
Not in his, this season. He's missed
Three,
three extra points, and all 3 were blocked.
All right, so, Coach, I'm not sure what's going on here, but we can talk about some scores here as the Coyotes get set to kick. We did talk about Mayfield as they currently lead Deming 21-0. And then we also have a score, Santa Fe taking on El Dorado. Santa Fe is currently leading in the second quarter 10-7. And there's going to be the kickoff now as we return.
And I'm going to give number 29, Daniel Guevara, credit for the special teams tackle. And I'm running out of room on my sheet to put tacklers, but that's all right.
I have an update live. Second quarter, Artesia 21, Lovington 0. Excuse me. 49-0, Las Cruces over Oregon Mountain, currently in the fourth quarter. Well, Coach, that game started early.
Maybe not if they've been running clock.
Well, that's true.
Oh,
too.
no, they would have to. That one had to have started early. You're correct.
Carlsbad 14, Clovis 0, and that's in the first quarter. It's going to be 1st and 10 here. Ball in the 34, Santa Teresa. We have trips to the bottom of your screen. Shotgun to the right side.
Are they lining up off sides?
Kind of looks like they are. And here it comes now. There's going to be the handoff to number 24, Juan Maciel, again, the 5'8 senior. Going to lose yardage. New Mexico Military Institute taking on Socorro. That's live in the second quarter, 28-0. And, of course, Hatch Valley and Cobre. Hatch Valley with the lead, 18-0.
Yeah, we got an injured coyote on the field.
Close to the sideline there. Coach,
Yeah.
we'll just continue here talking some scores here since we're –
All right, go right ahead.
Hobbs,
get the number.
Hobbs taking on Alamogordo. Hobbs with the lead 7-0. Hobbs ranked number 7 and Alamogordo ranked 12th. That's in the second quarter. We also have Highland and Valley. Highland with the lead 14-0. And that's going to be it as far as New Mexico high school football scores are concerned. As we mentioned, there are 37 games for New Mexico football today. The featured games are by New Mexico top ranked teams. Oregon Mountain out of Las Cruces taking on the Las Cruces High. That's number 2 in the state. And then, of course, Lovington and Artesia. And, then, of course, one of the big games they were talking about was the Animas and the Magdalena game that started at 4. I do have number 10. I think that's Noah Foose.
Noah Foose, and he was down for a while. That's not good. He's had a great game today.
Yes, he has, Coach. And let's see here, 21-21, 3:50 left in the third. That's at the Wool Bowl, I'm thinking. That's from getting some updates here. All right, 1st and 10, and that's for the Roswell Coyotes. Is that correct, Coach? Did I miss something here?
Yeah, I guess I did too. Luis Ramirez, his first carry of the season.
Yeah, also got another message here. They were talking a message about Benjamin Vera in capital letters, super kid. Very awesome on the field and also in the classroom from one of his teachers, Miss Laura Ridge. Thank you for the comment. Recognizing our youth and our students.
Yeah, I had been in class as well last year. Just a fantastic kid. Just a fantastic kid.
All right, 2nd down and 4 from the 23 for the Roswell Coyotes. And
Hoover
is on his feet and will have clearly a 1st down. And, Coach, the Roswell Coyotes going to try to get this, or let's put it this way, try to get in the end zone in this ball game. Although we are in the 4th quarter, and we do have a new quarterback, Andrew Fuentes.
I'd like to let him give a chance to have Andrew throw it in the end zone here.
Well, Coach, I've told you this before. I did go to summer workouts. We did go through the spring game as well. I do see some reps during practices with him. He's just talking about super kid. He's also a super kid.
Yeah.
And a very good athlete as well. And there's going to be the handoff. I think that's going to be – that's not Isaiah Aranda. That's I thought I saw number 21 there, but maybe –
it's 27. It's
27, huh? That's Christian Orozco.
I think 37.
37? Okay, so that's Luis Ramirez.
Yeah, and he picks up about 5.
All right, so +5 for Ramirez, 2nd and 5 now from the 7.
Oh, look out. You got Lujan in there now. They hand it to him. He could use the speed and get in.
All right, Andrew Fuentes, the quarterback, and we have Nathaniel Lujan, and that ball is going to be handed off to Lujan, and Lujan is in for the touchdown, and this game is over. Ladies and gentlemen, and go ahead and jot this down. You're going to give him credit for 7 yards. 5 yards, I beg your pardon. Okay, 5 yards, and that's going to be Luis Lujan, as you mentioned. Be careful, and now that game is over. 54-0 is the score. And, Coach, I think I'm going to go ahead and who is closer here? You had a 60-6 prediction. I had a 50-7. So who wins that?
You know who I think wins it? I think Joshua Grenay wins it.
I think you're right. Coach, let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll get this closed out. We'll go over final statistics. And we'll be right back. Coyotes in this game, 54-0. We'll be right back. KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast. No matter how remote the site, when every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
I'm Ben from Roswell Seed Company. And I'm John. We've been helping New Mexico grow since 1898. Seeds, feed, fertilizer, tools, all the good stuff.
Basically, if it grows in the dirt, we probably sell it. Or at least argue about how good it'll grow.
We're just down on South Main, and we're always happy to help.
And hey, we throw in the advice and bad jokes, both equally unlicensed.
Go where the pros go. Roswell Seed Company.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
Dion's is homegrown right here in New Mexico and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by their location on South Main and West Wildey in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town at a price that won't break the bank. Dion's makes it easy to bring together your favorite people with your favorite food for any occasion. Visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or pickup. That's Dion's.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, welcome back to Dream Catcher Stadium in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We're at Santa Teresa High School, and the Roswell Coyotes win this contest 54-0. Coach, you have any final statistics, sir?
I do. Extra points for Ben Vera. He was 7 of 8. The one he missed was blocked. Interestingly enough, the Coyotes had no returns and no kicks, no punts, no field goal attempts, no punt returns, no kickoff returns. That's something, isn't it? Just the extra points, the only kicks in the game. All right, so let's go to, as I get my technology to cooperate with me, let's go to defense. Not going to go over every tackle in the ball game, but I'll give you the highlights. 4 tackles, 1 for a loss for Joe Diaz, 3 tackles for Patrick Tadine, 3 tackles for Brandon Janot, 4 for Noah Stinson, 4 for Noah Foose. Coach, I did not have Cannon Ramage for a tackle in this game.
Is that right?
That's something. That's something right there. I'm not saying in a negative way, but that just means everybody else picked it up. But our leading tackler, I didn't have him. That may not come out in film, but Joaquin Bolaños, 2 tackles, 1 interception, which was returned 95 yards for a touchdown. More defensive highlights, an interception by Brandon Janot that was returned 5 yards. Jonathan Ellis, 3 tackles, 2 for a loss, a sack, a strip, a recovery, and a 30-yard return for a touchdown. So that's a lot defensively for the Roswell Coyotes. Now let's move to offense. Running the football, no one had more than 4 carries in this ball game. A lot of different Coyotes carried the ball. Rendon Duran, 2 carries for 20. Allen Ingram, 1 carry for 6. Joaquin Bolaños, that's not right. 1 carry for 11. That was somebody else. Sorry, that was Luis Ramirez. Had 3 carries for 22. Logan Hoover, 3 carries for 17. Nathaniel Lujan, 2 carries for 20 and a touchdown. And Luke Lynn, 4 carries for 52 and a touchdown, all in the first half. Speaking of Luke Lynn, 9 of 12 for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. All of those stats coming in the first half. Andrew Fuentes makes his varsity debut and goes 2 for 2 for a total of 11 yards. Receiving, it was Rendon Duran, 2 catches for 15. Allen Ingram, 1 catch for 12. Colby Sanchez, 2 catches for 21. I'll slow down, folks. Isaac Gonzalez, 2 catches for 15 yards. Diego Sanchez, 1 catch for 78 yards and a touchdown. Noah Estrada, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns for a total of 73 yards. Nathaniel Lujan, 1 catch for -1 yard. And Luis Rodriguez, 3 catches, 28 yards, and a touchdown.
All right, well, those are your final statistics for tonight's game. And for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors, they will now fall to 0-6 on the year and 0-3 in district play. Santa Teresa will be taking on the Artesia Bulldogs next week, October 3rd at 7 p.m. That game will be played at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. And as for the Roswell Coyotes now will improve their record to 4-2 overall and 3-0 in district play. We'll be taking on Gaston next week, October 3rd, and you and I will be making the long trip to Gaston. That game will be at 6 p.m., not 7 p.m. It's going to be 6 p.m. next week, and that's going to be because of the same situation. We're trying to get people home safe and try to eliminate any kind of delays. All right, guys, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald will sign off from Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We'll see you next time. Safe travels back to Roswell or wherever your destination might be. We'll see you next time, and it's always a great day to be a Coyote. Have a good night.
That concludes this presentation of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com. Coyote football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksvptv.com is presented by Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppet and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, Trustmark Roofing, Trans Aero Medevac, Dion's Pizzas, Salads, and Subs, Farmers Country Market, Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, National Furniture Liquidators, Richland Dodge and Richland GM, Plateau Wireless, Roswell Honda, Wakefield Oil Company, and Tate Branch of Roswell. Thanks for tuning into this special broadcast. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.